In order to be a great student, you need a great master. In order to be a great master, you need great students. If you plan to grow beyond just yourself, just one person, then it requires like a team of people, you know, a family, in order to build a community. And the people within that community, they need to get along, and they need to understand that, hey, like, we're all partaking in something that is to the benefit of all of us. So in order to establish a greater community, you start off as a family. So the master, the Sifu, the teacher, the father, he represents, the leader to build this family. And then later on, the family could turn into a great community. Now, you have to value the master, the teacher, and that shows value in yourself. It's a reflection, and it works both ways. If you don't value yourself, you don't value the master, then there's not going to be any growth. So it's like, in order to accomplish something great together, just like in what basketball teams do in the NBA, everybody's got to play their role, everybody's got to play their part, and everybody's got to come together and work together in order to accomplish something great. So the coach is similar to the Sifu, similar to the master, who is trying to build up the team, the starters and the supporters, the role players, in order to win a championship together. So it's to have a great martial arts school that reaches out beyond just a few individuals, but reaches out to a greater community. It has to operate in that manner, in that fashion. It's not gonna be just like boxing, where there might be just the coach and then the boxer, and that's it. It's just like a two-way relationship, which I think some people might gravitate towards, where it might be just all about them and the master, and that's it. But there's not going to be much growth there, and not much of a future, if that's all there is. Because pretty much no martial arts school could really operate off of just one student and one master and one student, and that's it. It's not sustainable, and it's just, frankly, just not as fun. It's more fun when more people get involved. Not too many people, but the right amount of people, where there's quality, and you're not sacrificing the quality for quantity, but just building in the right way, in the right fashion. Just like in a family, you got the father, the mother, the siblings, and then it just grows from there. So if people can get along and help each other grow within the family, and truly be supportive of one another, then more can be accomplished with the greater numbers. So meaning, you come from 1 to 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 8, from 8 to 16, and then so on and so forth, until you reach a level where it is sustainable, where people get to benefit from the presence of other energies and other talents and skills, and and just really experience something beyond just yourself. You know, establishing close relations with multiple people that are positive. And that's what I feel needs energy to be put into, that is different than what Bruce Lee left off with. Because when you could build a community and build relationships and build family, like, that is something special that goes beyond just individual accolades and records. Like, say, a Bruce Lee, a Floyd Mayweather, a Mike Tyson. Like, it's Bruce Lee and Yip Man. It's Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Senior. It's Mike Tyson and Custom Model. It's like, it's so individualized. It's just like this idea of this just one master, one student idea that is in a way very limiting. And I feel that it's something that we should evolve and go beyond, where it's not just Yip Man and Bruce Lee and that's it, but it's like Yip Man, Bruce Lee, hypothetically Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Donnie Yen, so on and so forth. Also some women, and just talented individuals in one community. Just like I stated, not just a boxer and coach relationship, but evolving into a basketball team that has a coach that has 12 players, and then eventually from there grow into like an NFL football team, where it might be a coach or several coaches, and then you got the defensive coach, the offensive coach, the head coach, and then you have like the offensive line, the defensive line, and then you got the offensive players, the defensive players, and then there might be over 24 players, and they're all operating at an elite level, and growing beyond just a single relationship with one person, growing into something bigger and establishing a bigger network, a bigger family, a bigger community. I feel that there is a lot of benefits to that really has not really been spoken about as much and given as much attention to than like individual accolades. And I think that element of family and community within the martial arts, it's important, and it's beautiful. And similar to the Chinese lion dancing, like, you can't do it with just one person. Like, even Bruce Lee can't do it by himself. Like, a Chinese lion dance, a proper Chinese lion dance, requires 3 people on the instruments and 2 people under one lion, and that's just one lion. So if you wanted 5 lions, you need 10 performers dancing, and you need 3 musicians, so then that would be 13 people. If you want 10 lions, then you need 20 performers and then 3 musicians, and that's 23 people. And it's that idea of like teamwork and family and community that I feel is very much missing in the martial arts, because in the martial arts, especially what's being promoted, it's always people fighting amongst each other, and it's always a one-on-one fight, and then it's just you, your teacher, your sifu, your sensei, your master, or whoever, whatever title you give that person, that person, and then you fighting somebody else, which is what's been promoted in all these competitions. It's not promoting community and family and unison. It's a very individualized, kind of selfish type of development. But to evolve beyond that, as I stated, it'd be a great thing to start off trying to build like a solid basketball team, of 12 players and a head coach, or evolving into kind of like a football team where there's more people involved and a bigger network. So in order for this to happen, it takes much more effort from the student to go beyond just thinking about himself and to start thinking about other people and to care about other people and not just himself and the master, but to go further. So then in a family, it's like not just caring about the father, but caring about the mother, caring about your bigger brother, your bigger sister, your little brother, your little sister. And then as the family continues to grow, your care goes beyond just you, and it goes beyond just you and one other person, but it spreads further. And I feel that in order to truly build a proper martial arts school in the right way, this type of mentality, this type of approach is extremely important. Otherwise, it will always be just limited, extremely limited, when people are just thinking just solely about themselves and nobody else. You can only grow so much with that type of mentality. It's limiting. And I'm not talking about an artificial growth. I'm not talking about a commercial growth where anybody can be a part of this, and anybody, regardless of who you are, can be a part of this community. It's like it has to be a special community through hard work, effort, and true connection. Because we would be lying to ourselves if we say that we love everybody the same in this world. It's impossible. But the people that you spend time with, the people that you grow close to through shared effort, through shared values and shared interests, and then you create chemistry and you create real bonds. That's what makes the family special. That's what makes the community special. And that's what makes it authentic. And that's what I feel is really, really important in the martial arts that really is not really spoken about much or mentioned, but definitely something that people need to be aware of, and once the awareness happens, then they have to understand the type of effort that is required to turn that into reality.